This lesson is on material deprivation, educational attainment, why being from a poor family means you get worse grades. That's the translation, but that's the phrase you must use in a written answer. Material deprivation, being poor, educational attainment, worse grades. Income, housing, cramped, unsuitable, nutrition, extracurricular, mortgage. So, previous lesson was on cultural capital. Here's some questions on it. If you don't know the answers, you know what to do. So, when we say material deprivation, what do we mean? We mean your family are poor. We mean they have poor housing, poor clothing, can't afford various things, can't go on trips, can't go on holidays, haven't got a car. That's material deprivation. You're deprived of material things. Look at the picture. Floorboards, old clothes, everything's dirty, broken windows, things in plastic bags. Material deprivation. What causes it? A lack of money. Material deprivation. Dead simple. You don't have the money to get these things. Maybe you're in work, but it's poorly paid work. Maybe you're unemployed. That is material deprivation. And how might it affect a child's education? Well, this kid here is likely to be ill through poor housing and poor clothing. Yeah? Likely to be ill because of poor nutrition and therefore miss more school. May not want to go to school because fears bullying, because maybe they're a bit dishevelled. Maybe the house is cramped and cold, nowhere to study. Parents can't afford books, can't afford tuition, can't afford anything. All this can affect the kid's education, even though school's free. Right, lots of work's been done on this. A.H. Halsey led a research team, and he reckoned that material factors outweigh cultural factors regarding staying on past 16. What that means is this: the chances of a kid staying on at school, go to college, university, is much lower for the working class kids because of material deprivation. They're not leaving school to go to work at 16 because they haven't been to a museum. They're leaving school at 16 to get a job because they haven't got any money. So material factors, money, outweigh cultural factors. It's not they don't want to go to university. They don't think it's important. They think they can't afford to. That's what Halsey says. In 2014, we had the Children's Commission on Poverty. And they found, look, working class kids, poorer working class kids, have these problems, their research. They are hungry. If you're hungry, you can't concentrate in school. Maybe can't afford school uniform. Can't afford the equipment you need for school. Don't have a decent lunch. Can't afford to go on school trips. At home, can't afford a computer. Can't get internet access. And all these things lead to the children doing worse, getting worse grades. They have poor educational attainment. And that's what they discovered. Now, school is free. You don't pay to go to school in our country. There are schools everywhere and they're free to go to. But is it truly free? Well, think about if your school runs a ski trip. Has your parents got 700 quid? If the answer is no, you don't get to go. Think about some schools and their uniforms. Some schools charge a lot for school uniform, partly to put poorer kids off from going there. Yeah. Which leads to the last bit, which is linked to it. What do we mean by selection by mortgage? Yeah. It's part of this is school free thing. If a school has really fantastic GCSE results and A-level results, lots of people want to send their kids there. Therefore, they will move house to live near that school, the catchment area, so they can get in. If lots of people, middle-class people, want to do that, the cost of the houses near that school goes up. And then if you are suffering from material deprivation, if your family are poor, they can't afford to live in the catchment area of these top schools. So the school hasn't got to say, we're not letting poor kids in. Poor kids can't go there anyway because they don't live nearby. That's selection by mortgage.